Hello and good morning. Welcome to the Mockingbird Tribune. My name's Garrison and I'll be bringing you today's news just shortly after this ad break. What? Is your back itchy? Have no fear. The new extendable back scratcher. It's just amazing. What kind of product could you ask for? You know those hard to reach places? Problem solved. Now back to your news report. Now for the first story of the day. We discussed the coming of age of the character and big brother Jem. In the beginning, Jem was a lot like his younger sister, Scout. He loved to play outside with his friends and his sister. He was a curious and somewhat rebellious brother who tried to always be there and be strong for his sister. The quote on page 24 says, "I went all the way up to the house once." I found this to be a good representation of his childhood because Jem and his friends and his sister would all play the game where they would go up to the Radley's home and see who could get the closest without chickening out. But as the story progresses, we see Jem grow out of his childish self and start to become more of a teenager. We see that he does not want to play the usual game with Scout, but instead hang out with his friend Dill. Scout describes Jem on page 116 as being difficult to live with, inconsistent, moody, his appetite was appalling, and he told so many times to stop pestering him. The average teenage things. As Jem is 4 years older, so it's understandable that he doesn't want to hang out with his little sister anymore. As we continue to see Jem grow up through his teenage years, I'm predicting that he'll grow out of his rudeness towards Scout and hopefully become nicer towards her like he was originally. I'm also predicting that Jem will start to fulfill his gender role, as this was very important back then. There's definitely more to come since we're only halfway through the book. Make sure to stay subscribed to catch up on the story of Jem coming of age. I'm Garrison Dole, and today's news was brought to you by Mockingbird Tribune.